Yo, what's up guys, and welcome to the start of a new road to top 10, the NU Road to Top 10. Just to give you guys an idea, for those that may not be caught up, we completed the OU Road to Top 10, we completed the UU Road to Top 10, and we just completed the RU Road to Top 10 yesterday. Well, 2 days ago at the time, I think, when this video goes up, but it was 2 days ago. So now we're taking on the NU tier, next more than likely Ubers, then PU, and we'll see how much I keep doing, right? We got time before Sword and Shield, so it's not like I don't have time to do these. But yeah, thank you everybody for all the support in all my series. I don't typically ask for likes, but if you do enjoy this video, you don't gotta do it now. And at any point that you realize you enjoy the video, that'd be awesome if you did leave a like. It does help my channel out, helps me grow, helps get the series out there, and it lets me know that you guys do love the Road to Top 10. So today, we're going to be using a team by my boy Jari. Let's get right... Ooh, I just smacked my desk, but let's get right into team preview. So because this is starting on a brand new, fresh account, and we're going to be at essentially 0 points or 1,000 on Showdown, I wanted to use one of my favorite strats, which is spike stacking plus a bunch of hard hitters. So we have Choice Specs Acelgor. Now, Choice Specs Acelgor typically does run Bug Buzz. Focus Blast is there for Steelix, and then Energy Ball for water types and ground types. But the last move is typically a toss-up between U-Turn, Spikes, or anything else can really go there. So Spikes is really nice because Acelgor does force certain switches. Sludge Bomb is also good for Fairy types, but it does force certain switches. So it's kind of like Specs Greninja in OU, where it's able to get up a Spike. Comfy is the next member on the squad. It is a fighting type switching for the team. Calm Mind offensive Comfy is one of my favorite sweepers in the NU tier with Calm Mind, Draining Kiss, Giga Drain, and Hidden Power Fire. Hidden Power Fire is there for steel types, mainly Steelix and Ferrothorn. Giga Drain is obviously great for bulky water, boosted by its triage ability, giving it +3 priority. Same thing with Draining Kiss having +3 priority. So it's really nice. It's also a Passimian switching, as I mentioned, a fighting type switching on the tier. And I think it's one of those really low-key deadly threats in the tier. Not even low-key, but it's just good. It's really good to wear. It's really easy, I feel, to wear down your opponent for a comfy sweep. Dredagon is the offensive Stealth Rocker on our team. It has Mode Breaker Stealth Rock, which means that it can get up Stealth Rock versus Magic Bounce users like Xatu. It's an offensive Stealth Rocker with Iron Head for Diancie. Z Draco, well, Z Outrage rather, Dragonium Z is really nice. It's a nuke for Fizz Def walls like Vaporeon, Garbodor come to mind. And then we have Earthquake to hit Steel types like Steelix, and also hitting Pokemon like Incineroar and Silvally Steel. Incineroar is the next member of the squad. It is one of our offensive Calm Mind Comfy checks because it does take the Draining Kiss and hurts it really hard with the offensive Flare Blitz. We're Jolly, Max Speed, Swords Dance, Flare Blitz, Knockoff, Earthquake, obviously Intimidate, Figgy Berry for longevity. We can also pivot in on some of the threats in the tier. Rotom is definitely one of them that comes to mind. Xatu, Silvally Steel, again, like Pokemon that do wear us down, but our natural bulk as well as our Figgy Berry helps us have some nice recovery with that. But really like it. Really excited. Like, again, I know we're going to be on the lower ladders, so the games aren't going to be that intense, but I just love this type of build. Togedemaru gives us a Choice Scarf user, gives us an electric immunity with Lightning Rod, U-Turn for momentum. We have Zing Zap, excuse me, not Zippy Zap, that's Pikachu's move, and Iron Head, our 2 dual stabs. And then we have Wild Charge just for the Pokemon that Zing Zap is just not strong enough for. Like a higher HP Xatu, you rather knock it out with Wild Charge versus maybe going for Zing Zap. But just certain Pokemon do require a little bit of extra oomph to knock them out. And last but not least, we do have Xatu. Xatu provides us a Magic Bounce user, so it's our form of hazard control. Has a Rocky Helmet, it's a fighting type switch, and we have Dazzling Gleam and enough speed for Pangoro, which is now in the tier. U-Turn for momentum, and Roost for longevity. So that is the team for today's episode. Let us get right into the battles. Alright guys, so we have our first game, looking like we're fighting an offensive build as well. I do like Xatu's ability to check Scrafty with Dazzling Gleam. Obviously, my opponent having Spike's offense versus me is really scary too. Togedemaru is nice. Don't switch into that well type Typhlosion, but I do have Rocks, which are really good too. And Dragonium Z actually nukes something as well. As far as how I want to start it off though, and Comfy wins in the end game. It will check this. It can check this, it can check this, with a few Calm Minds up though, but the important thing is I don't think I'll ever lose to Scrafty because Comfy's there in the background. I'm a little bit worried about... well, I am a little bit worried about Typhlosion, but I think I'll be able to soft check it with Incineroar and the fact that Druddigon is alive, or basically just rocks. But we'll U-turn here. I'm going to U-turn here on Ambipom. I do value the rocks. That's Life Orb, or no, that's just... That does a lot. Does a lot more than I thought it would. Anyway, I'm going to U-turn here and get in my Druddigon. I'm assuming what you'll go for is maybe knockoff or anything like that. I do want to get up my rocks. I do think they're very valuable for Typhlosion as well as a Bomb Snow, as he ends up going for U-turn. Now this U-turn is interesting because nothing he goes out into I feel can knock me out besides like an offensive Abomasnow. But at the same time, like I don't think Slowking knocks me out with Ice Beam ever. I do value rocks way too much in this game. Typhlosion is definitely a threat, and my Incineroar has very limited switch-ins on his team, so I think that's just worth it. Especially now, because I can just go for the Z Draco, or Z Outrage rather, and almost pick up a KO on my opponent too. So whatever I go for now, I'm going to die to the... I'll die right now to Future Sight, but I can click Outrage and essentially pick up a KO on something coming in. Since he has no Dragon Resist. I do not mind. Not only did I get a ton of damage off on what I'm assuming is Assault Vest Slowking, but I got rid of Ambipom, which was 100% a threat. Like, just period, a threat. So, if I'm my opponent, I bring out Typhlosion now, because it just matches up well versus my team. He ends up going out to Scrafty, which is no big deal, as I'm able to get off an Intimidate on it, and also just go hard into Comfy, and go for the Draining Kiss. Him Dragon Dancing doesn't matter unless he's like Roselli Berry plus... He needs to be Roselli Berry plus like Iron Head or something, and I don't even think Iron Head would knock me out. Ends up going out into Slowking, which is Assault Vest. However, I'm going to be able to knock it out with two Draining Kisses. And the fact that he did go Typhlosion is fantastic because, as you can see, it took not only that 25%, but it took the 18% from Draining Kiss. And it's... Okay, it's leftovers. What? I don't know what to think. But, yeah, what? Whoa. Not sure how I want to deal with this Pokemon now. I definitely think Comfy is going to be my way of winning, right? It's just way too good versus my opponent's team. You can Calm Mind up on a Selgor. I have HP Fire for a Abomasnow, Draining Kiss, Giga Drain, etc. I think that Xatu is actually the most expendable member. Loses to a decent amount of my opponent's team. I didn't want to go hard into Incineroar, especially because I can click Earthquake after bringing it out. And guarantee a KO. I'll U-turn here, just because if he does want to make the Scrafty play and trying to set up on me, obviously I get offensive momentum. I just feel a little weird. Like, actually no, if he subs, that's bad. Yeah, I don't know why. Like my brain is saying substitute, and I do have Dazzling Gleam for Scrafty, so I'm not worried about it. Yeah, like that, see? I don't know if he's trying to power up his Flash Fire, if that was a play to power it up. If that's like a next level play, if that was a play to power up your Flash Fire, I'll be real. But this is the type of Pokemon that I do think that extra oomph from Wild Charge is going to come into play. Like, I for sure. And this is way better than going out to Selgor and risking a Focus Blast. Like, Wild Charge should for sure be able to knock out Typhlosion at that percentage. Exactly. So that's where that extra oomph just comes into play. Obviously, he has a few options now. Nothing for Bug Buzz. That's something just to note. Absolutely nothing for Bug Buzz. And again, Comfy just seems relatively safe unless he's like Z Iron Head. He keeps Dragon Dancing, but at the same time, he just has literally no switches to Draining Kiss. So I'm using it defensively. Yeah, and it's 4 times effective, plus modest Life Orb. The Scrafty's gone. Fantastic. Abomasnow is going to come out. I go for Hidden Power Fire. I think I'll be fine unless it's like Titanium Z Selgor, and even then it can't knock out my own. And HP Fire is going to be able to knock out Mega Abomasnow. Perfect. So probably one of the best game ones that I could ask for, I think. That was basically cookie cutter how I thought it would go. Except the fact that he was leftover Typhlosion. And I do think my opponent did go for that just to get the Flash Fire boost. I'll be real, I do think he went for that to get the Flash Fire boost. I'll give my opponent credit for that. But had Typhlosion been played differently, I think the game would have went down differently too. So another one where I think that Comfy is really good, but I do have to worry about that Druddigon. Excuse me, Delphox. Don't know why I said Druddigon. Delphox. Now, Bug Buzz has 0 resistances, and he does have a Defogger in this, but I have Incineroar to check it. So, again, Bug Buzz has 0 resistances. I'm going to go for Rocks because his Defogger doesn't actually defog that well versus the majority of my team, because I do have an Incineroar, and I can just make the Togedemaru play if he predicts this. Very good play. Huh. That is not Specs, which is good. U-turn here. I would think Feral Seed would probably come out. I think Feral Seed makes the most sense. Do I want to risk rock? See, if I'm my opponent now, I go Whimsicott, right? But I want to see if I can take advantage of this opponent and see if they go for the Stealth Rock here. Because if they go for Stealth Rock, that means I get up Stealth Rock in this turn and I don't have to worry about Feral. I'm not worried about Feral at all. I could have easily went out into my Incineroar that turn and clicked Flare Blitz. But I want to keep Incineroar healthy because it's not only a Delphox check, but it's also a Sneasel check, a Whimsicott check, and a Glalie check. So it checks a lot on my opponent's team. So yeah, exactly. So I got what I wanted out of that turn, essentially. And I'll just start throwing out some Dazzling Gleams, mainly because it hits Sneasel. I don't care if this thing stays in. He doesn't get anything versus me. I have Magic Bounce. Yeah, thank you for that damage on yourself. Basically, his Feral Seed is now 100% in Comfy range. I don't even need a boost. So Comfy is looking even better. I'm going to U-turn now, though, because I have a feeling Whimsicott should come out. If he goes for Gyro Ball again, or Sneasel, that's great. And again, this is what I was talking about. Absolutely zero Bug Buzz switching, especially with Feral Seed at that low. It'd be 2-hit KO'd. So this is what I'm talking about in terms of getting into Selgor and opening up that door for late game Pokemon. Druddigon's looking a little bit threatening, though. At the same time, it only offensively checks Delphox. I'm surprised my opponent went Clawitzer, but we take those. We basically take those. That's something that was his fire resist. So they have zero switches to Incineroar, and in fact, I can bring Incineroar hard in on that Whimsicott just based on the damage that my opponent did with the Moonblast to my Togedemaru. Like, I know that's not a Specs Whimsicott, and he ends up going Feral Seed, which will be 2-hit KO'd, or O-Code. Wow, at that percentage. So not only do I have Sneasel, I have a percentage on Clawitzer. I have, which dies to Flare Blitz at that point, and also it's outsped by Jolly and Incineroar. Mega Glalie, while it is threatening, if I stay in and click Bug Buzz on it, I'll be good. And like I said, I don't want to give him a chance to ever defog. So I'll go Incineroar. He can't Encore me. He can't do anything with Prankster because I'm a Dark type. Exactly. You have been blocked, my friend. Sorry about that. But click Flare Blitz now, and I pick up a KO. Clawitzer dies, and again, it's outsped. We already know it was leftovers, too, so we don't have to worry about that either. So I think it's almost checkmate. Just gotta be careful about that Delphox, but Delphox is the only thing, and Delphox has to deal with a Druddigon. It has to deal with a Specs of Selgor if it's not Choice Scarf, and even then, once I get off a little bit of damage, even if it's not Choice Scarf, I just win the game. So I did kind of see my opponent forfeiting there, because at that point they had already given me too much damage, and that's why I went Druddigon to kind of like bait, not necessarily Fire Punch, but get up the rocks as well, for me too. So, I'm a big fan of Togedemaru in this game, just for its ability to mess with my opponent and stops healing. I did not mean to click on it initially, but they end up leading off with the Executor. Now, one mon that is very good is my Comfy, and I'm going to be honest, I'm very worried about going hard into Comfy because my opponent could very, very, very easily go for a Specs Leaf Storm here. So I'm going to U-turn out into, while I think rocks are incredible, again, Comfy beats Executor, it beats Pangoro, it can beat a Selgor, it beats Heliolisk, it beats Floatzel, it just doesn't beat Delphox. So I'm going to go out into my Druddigon here, because if I'm my opponent, I Flamethrower or Leaf Storm. I don't Draco because I have a Comfy. Yep. And that looks Specs. So we'll get up our rocks. Now I can get a kill right now with Dragonium Z, but I do value rocks for that Delphox if I'm going towards a long-term Comfy sweep-in. I'll just click Devastating Drake. If I die here, so be it. That crit for sure mattered. But it's fine because they have zero Bug Buzz switch-ins. Absolutely zero Bug Buzz switch-ins. So that crit sucks and definitely mattered, but it is what it is. Hopefully it doesn't come to play later, because I would have KO'd that and gotten initiative. But again, like I mentioned, zero Bug Buzz switch-ins. I got up rocks. I got what I wanted. If they go a Selgor, I'm clicking Bug Buzz as well. I'm just risking that speed tie. If they go Pangoro, I'm probably going to go Xatu. They end up going Delphox. Now, I don't know what type of Delphox this is, but I do know Incineroar checks it always. Or at least for the most... Barely. But at least for the most part, I do check it. And I don't see a need to not go for a knockoff here. Even if they do end up going out to Pangoro, I don't see a need to not go for knockoff. They were choice banned. Oof. So I'm pretty sure that's Specs Delphox. Ooh, they focus punch. Ooh. Hey, that doesn't matter though. Zatsu takes it. Not that well because my opponent ends up critting me. But I do have the Dazzling Gleam, which will be able to knock out Pangoro here. Now, I just want to calculate that damage on Incineroar to see if that was Specs or not. Because if that was Specs Delphox, then that means that my Selgor should be able to win. That was indeed Specs Delphox. Okay, cool. So that opens up that door. Like, really, so. And at this point, I don't care if they... I don't care about Zatsu again. It doesn't beat anything. They could be Specs or Scarf, Heliolisk. I don't know. Just knowing at this point, if I go Togedemaru and I end up sacking it, I'm good. Like, I think this is where, again, the extra oomph comes into play. I get rid of a Selgor, I'm good. Yep. Nice. So that was the only thing that could outspeed my own Selgor. And at that point, I think I'm like super good to win right now. First off, I know your Specs. Exactly. And this is, again, we're going for those games that don't, they're not, the way I'm playing, especially because we're on the lower ladder, I don't care about what my opponent does. I'm putting myself in the position to win, right? I don't care about that. I'm going for my end game of a Selgor or for Comfy. So I'm opening up that door. That's really why I'm making the plays I'm making. I hope you guys can see that. Obviously, it's a little bit easier to show because we are on the lower ladder. Well, this is an L. This looks like Pangoro's stall with wish this, bulk up this. This is an L for sure. Alright, we're going to try the Druddigon route as they go Pharaoh Seed. I have a Zatsu, so I'm going to make the Zatsu play. If they go hard Pangoro, fantastic play on their part. Now I'm gonna Psychic here. I'm assuming Delphox is gonna be their play of choice. It's a good Toxic play. I don't mind them letting me weaken their Pharaoh Seed. Again, this is really good for me because that's in range of +1 HP fire from Comfy. I know the damage you need on Pharaoh Seed for +1 HP fire, so that is in range. They do end up making the Pangoro play. Best case for me, they don't scout for Dazzling Gleam. Nice. So I'm able, and that's 4 times effective, so I don't know if that crit mattered, but I'm able to get rid of Pangoro, and that's something that offensively, it does force, like, specific switches for me. So, my opponent ends up leaving after that. I don't know if they don't plan on coming back. Like, they're just done, but I'm okay with that. Like, this is a matchup I don't really want to play. Because if it is Toxic on Miltank, or Toxic on Audino, they can beat my Comfy. Oh, this is a threatening team too. Defogger and Rapid Spinner. You are problematic. Bunch of issues on this build. Druddigon is the only lead that makes it so I don't lose to Typhlosion. I feel like this is the person who was spamming. This is the team that was being spammed. Yeah, this was the team that was being spammed a while back. With like Specs Typhlosion, I don't know what this is. I'm worried. I'm gonna go the this route because Glalie is such a good lead versus my team. They end up leading off with Silvally Steel, which is fine. Again, Glalie is such a good Pokemon versus me. And if they go for Parting Shot, I actually want to get the Parting Shot off on them and get the momentum, if possible. Yes. So I get what I wanted out of this turn, essentially. And I get in my Druddigon. And I get to go for Stealth Rock. So I got what I wanted out of that turn. Nice, we ended up winning this one too. And I got a little bit of chip on Silvally Steel. That's going to go a long way because Combine Comfy is still good, despite them having Silvally Steel, Delmise, and Typhlosion. Just because of, while their Hazard Control is really good too, I don't know, actually this might just be tough. Because my Incineroar is super pressed to be healthy for all 4 of these Pokemon. And this obviously gives them their Glalie as a switch-in. But at the same time, very limited switch-ins to a Selgor. Luckily they go Delmise first. Now, they're more than likely going to Rapid Spin, but I'd rather get a little bit of chip damage off on them as they go for Anchor Shot. They still take the damage, which is good. And I can start Psychicking. And again, this damage is going to be really, really good for Bug Buzz and for Comfy in the end game. Like, I don't know what type of anchor set they are. Oh, and the fact that they went Typhlosion anticipating me to Roost is so good. That is so good because I needed that damage. I needed that damage. In fact, I feel pretty safe going out into Druddigon now. Because I only needed it for that Pokemon. I think that's just about Blaze. If not. Oh, this is so good, man. Typhlosion at the percentage with Comfy. I can Devastating Drake you and knock you out. So that's awesome. Okay, so a matchup where Comfy was still looking okay, but not the best, just got even better due to the fact that my opponent gave me Typhlosion for whatever reason. And they're also going to be giving me some damage on their Silvally Steel too. Dude, this is what I'm talking about. Like, it's not hard, especially when, you know, your opponent plays like this, but it's not hard to, I don't care if they defog spam. Bro, you're going to have to knock me out, period. I have less than you. Should I just tell him? I mean, I have more PP. Meow. Alright, well, we can just sit here. Okay. I mean, I can clearly tell by the way you played your Typhlosion, you really don't care about winning the game. But that's fine. Alright. 10 hours later. Now that's cool. This is going to accomplish me. Oh, you got me. So are we gonna do something here? I feel like my opponent's gonna start like being mad at me soon. Again, guys, this is what I'm saying. My opponent gains. First off, not only are they making it that when I click, they're making it. Not only are they making it like if they use all 13 of their defogs and force me to click Stealth Rock, I could even save my Mon. Thank you. I could even save that Mon as fodder, and now I can bring out Togedemaru, which is almost basically ready to win. Because look at their wild charge switches. That just extra oomph. And there you go. And now my rocks are here to stay. Awesome. Togedemaru about to win this game in the end game too. I see it. It's going to click Iron, hit him that Glalie. It's going to knock it out. He's going to go Typhlosion. I'm going to sack my Xatu. Sack my Xatu right here. Gone. I'm in. I'm now. I'm here. Give me that. Thank you. And now they have no Bug Buzz switchings, which they didn't have any before, but now they really don't. And I can go out to Togedemaru because Togedemaru doesn't matter. I mean, excuse me, Incineroar, because Incineroar doesn't matter. All I can need is that Intimidate, even if they Earthquake, which is a fantastic play, considering what I have. They should Earthquake. Well, now Pokemon dies. They cannot late game sweep me with Samurott simply because of the fact that I have priority. So there's no, I have +3 priority Giga Drain. So there's zero way that a Samurott can beat me. I just knock off spam here. I just go out to this and click Wild Charge one more time. Again, and this is where that extra oomph is going to come into play because I'm pretty sure Wild Charge is going to 2-hit KO Pangoro. Unless I'm wrong. I could be wrong. But yeah, that's where Zing Zap, I keep calling it Zippy Zap because I've been playing Let's Go a lot. That's where Zing Zap really came into play. So this is a W. Aqua Jet should not be able to knock me out unless they crit, which I don't even think that'll be able to knock me out. As well, I would have been able to. Good game. But yeah, my opponent definitely had the tools to be a lot more threatening than they were. But just a few, like I wasn't trying to be rude. I wasn't rude. I'm just being like honest. That's what it is. I'm being honest. My opponent had the tools to win. They had an Anchor, they had Silvally Steel, they had Typhlosion. All three of them are very threatening, especially to my win con, which is Comfy. Even though Togedemaru ended up doing it. But my win con, which is Comfy, and they just kind of just threw it away. So, yeah, I don't know. We are on the lower ladder, and I think they did have the tools, but again, it's less about what my opponent's going to do. It's more so how I'm going to win. This is scary. I don't know what's gonna happen here. Onyx is about to rock blast me to oblivion. I don't need a Blue Onyx. I'm on the bottom of the ladder. Huh. HP Fire, Draining Kiss, Draining Kiss, Draining Kiss / HP Fire, Giga Drain, Giga Drain. It's like Comfy is hopefully what I'm going to be going towards. I don't want to lose immediately to these guys. I absolutely love Togedemaru because, yeah, Cinccino is a threatening Pokemon. And I can just U-turn out on it and go out into what I'm assuming to be my Drenigal. Unless this dude Wake Up slaps me / knockoffs. Which I'm assuming he'll do. But every bit of damage on that is going to matter towards an endgame Comfy sweep. So we're going to make the Drenigon play. Offensively, Incineroar is fantastic here. Alright, I have Bug Buzz for you, so I'm not as worried. Ideally, you don't knock me out. And he's going for Bullet Seed, so... What did you predict there? Unless you thought I was Iron Barbs on Togedemaru. Which would be... Yo, actually, I'm not going to lie. If he did think I was Iron Barbs on Togedemaru, that's flames. Whoa! Oh, okay. Tail slap me. Tail slap me right now. I see what he was scared of. This. Tail slap me. Yeah, he's scared of that 83% that's coming out of him. Okay. Oh, I like how I said, okay, that's his name. Whoa, he was King's Rock too. Oh, that could have been dangerous. That could have legitimately been dangerous. But we got rid of a giant threat. And I said that's a giant threat because speed-wise, it has a good speed tier between most of my Pokemon. I'm just going to Roost. I guess a Rock move would come out. Would you Rocks here? Man. See, I don't want to risk my Comfy because it wins. So I'm not going to risk it. And I'm faster than you too. Surprised you're not running max speed Onyx. You lost nothing by going for Stealth Rock for that turn. The unfortunate thing is, while Onyx is a really cool Pokemon and has Sturdy and stuff like that, Steelix would be better in this case. And Onyx is also very weak to the point where he's probably going to go for Rock Blast and it's not going to do anything. You know, Dragon Tail me out. Who's coming in? Big boy. There's no... I know you have a bajillion... like a bajillion. Yeah, bajillion. I'm like 5. But I know you have like a bajillion defense, but your HP is like base 45. So that crit did not matter at all. That's a... Yo, Togedemaru for MVP. Like, Comfy is fire, but Togedemaru has been putting in some massive... Or just a massive amount of work this entire time. Ooh, okay. Meteor stuff. That's going to be fun. Xatu offensively is really nice. Togedemaru is just the best. Literally the best because of its speed tier. Oh, this is Stealth Rock lead Minior. Huh. So they typically Shell Smash up and then... Well... That's why I went for that move. But they typically Shell Smash up and then get up Stealth Rock and they're like something like that. So it would have guaranteed Stealth Rock versus Xatu. So obviously, I got very lucky with my Togedemaru there. But my goal was, because they were most likely going to go for what I thought they'd go for, it made sense to just go for Zing Zap. Because I'm using offense, I have to go on that. So I don't care if they knock me off here. They end up going for Close Combat, which is awesome because I get some nice damage off on the Passimian. And I get a U-turn off as well on whatever comes in. As it ends up being Glalie. Oh yeah, Togedemaru about to win this game for me. I feel that. What is the damage from Togedemaru to Glalie? I don't think I KO you yet. Wow. 86 to 101. Okay, my bad. Wow. I'm so sorry, Mega Glalie. Did not mean to insult you right there, bro. Did not. I think my opponent was insulting Togedemaru as well. Passimian comes out. I do not care that they go for U-turn. Xatu is literally... Or excuse me, knockoff. Xatu is literally expendable. Yes, because now... Get to bring out Druddigon. Click Devastating Drake. Actually, I can go for Rocks first. I can Earthquake into Devastating... I can Earthquake twice into Devastating Drake. And an SD... I just don't want to lose to Audino, I suppose. I'm fine with that too. Well, I prefer not that turn actually happening, but Comfy will beat these guys. Yeah, Comfy should win. So, and Togedemaru is a good backup. So I'm gonna go with Salgo here. Whoa, what? Sir? Anyway, Bug Buzz switching to Spasimian, so I'll go for it. As they go Audino. 36%? Dude, are you Assault Vest? Like, I see no item on you. You're not Mega. Glalie was your Mega. Probably not Assault Vest. Well, he was definitely not. Passimian doesn't knock me out, but I'm actually very curious to see what he goes for here. Yeah. It's a knockoff. I have Sticky Hold, but I don't want to go out to you because you're a good speed tie. I just click my Devastating Drake because it hits. I assumed he would switch out there, yeah. So it hits every switching, but I'm a little bit worried that I might lose to Audino. But I also think that my SD Incineroar is going to be there to win me the game at the end. So Incineroar comes out. It's going to go for Bug Buzz. I'm going to Outrage here. I don't care if he gets up a Spike, Final Gambit, whatever he gets up. I guess T-Spike would be a little bit annoying, but only one would be annoying. The boy is in. Wild charges now. Sacks Passimian instead of going Audino to pivot, so that's fine too. Togedemaru definitely, like I said, for MVP in this run. What? You Scarf, dude? What you think you're doing, my man? Unless he's trying to just win with Audino there. Okay, so I guess Audino, maybe it was like a Combine variant, but my Incineroar should have always beat that. And Combine Comfy, if it wasn't a Combine variant, if it didn't have Toxic, it didn't beat Combine Comfy, but it always should have. Anyway, I think this is a very good part to end it on. Togedemaru for sure for MVP this entire live. Obviously, the crit early did matter. We almost pushed into 1200s, 2000s. What? So I hope you guys all enjoyed. Of course, if you did, like I said, leaving a like really does help me out, helps my channel grow, helps me know that you guys enjoy the series. I will see you guys next time. Have a great one. Goodbye, my friends.